here it is, this insatiable hunger. Now I go off to college. I go back to the church. I'm disgusted. I'm frustrated. I'm saying, God, you said that we're supposed to be walking not in gifts and just anointings. Because believe me, I used to read the Bible. I came up on 2 passages in Hosea, like where I was going to take you today, and in 2 Corinthians where it says the glory that Moses walked in, that we should be walking in greater glory than him. I put Moses up to the American church. He still outshines us. The Bible says we're supposed to be walking in greater levels of glory than him. I said, where is this? This man had God come down from heaven on earth in front of saints and sinners. You understand what that means? We read stuff like that like, well, that happened for them. No, that will happen for us. I said, I don't understand this. Let alone, I didn't really see the miracles going on in the church. I was disgusted. I said, I can't take this no more. I said, I've seen too much already to settle for this mess. Then to go to churches and see them doing Christian rap. To try to, well, we doing this, brother, to try to win the young people, and the Lord told me, the Lord ain't told you to do that. I go off to college, and all of a sudden, I go and I keep having these visitations from the Lord, which I don't have time to share all of them. But the main one that came to me was when I turned 19 years old. And I kept seeking the Lord for about 2 years and a half and said, I can't settle for this. Something ain't right. The Lord came to me in a dream. He says, if you want what they had in the Bible, you must be willing to do everything they did. And in a dream, he says, forsake everything. I had just graduated. I was a chef by trade. The Lord said, give up your career. I was set to start a job at 19 years old for $55,000 a year on a cruise boat, being the head chef. The Lord comes to me right after in a dream. He says, if you want this, give up your career. He says, give away all your money, sell every possession you have, give to the poor, and I want you to go to a city on nothing. And there I will start to answer you and prepare you for what you are asking for. I didn't wait 3 or 4 months or a year. I did it the next week. I told my mom and dad, I said, I got to go. They said, what are you doing? You just graduated. They said, my dad said to me, he says, I wish you would have told us about giving up the school before we paid all the money for it. See, this is what's wrong with Americans. They want this from God, but they're not willing to pay the price. There's a price to walk with God like this. You don't just walk with God and wake up one day because you just have a desire, you're hungry. You got to make choices. You got to move. You got to make actions. The Bible says if we want what Abraham had, we must walk in the same steps of that faith. So the Lord comes to me in a dream and says, I have a dream of me walking on water and giving up everything and going. The Lord says, go to this city. I went to that city. Didn't know where I was going to live. Didn't know where I was going to stay. All I had was bus money to get there. I sold out everything. My mother and father was worried. I said, don't worry about me. I'm excited. And here it is. When I get up there, the Lord had already spoken to a man to receive me in his home. Didn't even know me. But the Lord had visited him already. And while I was up there, the Lord come to me in another dream and said, keep fasting. Don't quit fasting. I'm going to answer you. As I completed that fast, Jesus came to me. I still remember 1992 to answer me why we don't see the latter rain. That is the last move of God that has been promised to our generation. The latter rain is the last, final, mightiest move of God that's been promised to our generation. You say, what is that? That is the combination of everything God has ever done in history, everything that he's doing now, plus what he's going to be doing in the future. That's why this last move of God, we are not going out of here a broke, hanky-panky, sorry church. We're going out of here a glorious church, walking in glory.